let's pick up some scraps from YSL, and there's always seemed to be some scraps from YSL. Remember, we talked last time, and we did touch on this with Doug. If you've seen that, if not, take a look at it. There's been a lot of I don't know if I should use the word conspiracy, but remember we talked last time about the potential for Ms. Love to be sending signals to the ADA that was testifying at the time, sprinkles. I got that video. I'm going to watch this video, and then we'll talk about it. It's a couple minutes long. You'll see her move her laptop so that it no longer faces the camera. Listen to the questioning. It's about a potential contact between Lil Woody and another player. And there's a point at which the witness kind of can't quite figure it out. You'll see Ms. Love sort of maneuver on the computer. Is she typing something? Is she moving the mouse to click on something? He actually does one of these. Looks into the laptop that's in front of him. And the question is she sending him something? Is she signaling him something? Let me see if I can find that for you. Because remember last time
we couldn't find it. The sprinkle short, as we call it.
Oh, that's right.
I might have one moment, Judge. I may be, give me one moment, please. Before I sit down, I do have something that I wanted to jump back to. Remember we talked a little while ago about Mr. Copeland giving a statement about a conversation between he and Garlington the night of the incident?
Yes.
Okay. You recall from listening to Copeland's statement that he references that the night of the incident, he's supposedly at the McDonald's and he makes a phone call to Garlington, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you recall from his statement that Copeland also says that he ended up in a vehicle with Garlington and McMullen. You remember that?
I do.
Okay. Now, looking back again at judging the veracity of the statements people give to you, specifically now Copeland, you were able to determine that at the time when Copeland says that he is in a car with Garlington, that Garlington's phone, or the phone you think is Garlington's phone, is actually calling Copeland's phone at that time. You remember that?
No, I'm not sure. You must be referencing.
Now you can see this is where he gets a little garbled.
Data records, and there's a phone call at a specific time that somehow occurs at a time when I don't know. Is that what you're talking about?
That is. Let me see if I can break it down anymore. Copeland gives a statement saying that he spoke to Garlington on the night of the incident, right?
Yes.
Copeland gives a statement saying that at some point he's in a vehicle with Mr. Garlington and Mr. Demise McMullen.
There's Ms. Love typing something.
All right. Looking at the phone records, right, at the time when Copeland says he is in a car with McMullen and Garlington, you actually see phone calls between Garlington's number and Copeland's number when they're supposedly in a car with each other, right?
Well, so first of all, what number are we talking? Would you like me to say which number I believe may have been Demiki and Garlington's?
Sure. Go ahead and tell me what number you're talking about.
It was 404-621-0102. That would have been the pretty much the only number during that immediate aftermath of the homicide with which he was in contact. And there were routed calls. Well, I won't get into that, but
okay, so the question is, was there some communication going on between Ms. Love and the witness, or was it just coincidence that she was doing something and he needed to look more closely at the screen in front of him because maybe an exhibit was helping him in his testimony? Any thoughts?
Well, Michael, let me just tell you that as you were playing that, I leaned in to try to see what happened. I hit my head on the desk because I was leaning in so far. I think we were almost at that point. Now, I can't tell what happened. It could easily have just been nothing. But, it just was suspicious. Ouch is all I can say now.
Yes. That's a whole different issue. Okay, so one more little note on this YSL thing. There've been so much There's been so much made of the witnesses, especially former retired Sergeant Gaither, making snide comments under her breath. She's not the only one. Toward the end of the day, the judge, when going through the witnesses with the prosecution, was asking for an update. Where are you on your witnesses? Where are we? What's going on? I want to play for you the moment where that interchange, that exchange takes place, and then I'll play for you kind of a highlighted audio version if you miss what the judge says after Prosecutor Love responds as to the number of witnesses they've heard and remaining. Okay, so let me find that. I've set that up. Okay, so let's watch.
Now, from that number.
None.
Huh?
0. None. They're not.
No, I mean, like, where are we now on the...
Which number witness we're on from that list?
Approximately.
No, we're in the... Mr. Well, Sergeant Burney was 8 or 9 on that list. But
We've done more than 9 witnesses. You've been...
Okay, did you hear it? Did you hear her reaction?
I heard it. I was
Okay,
listening for it.
For those who are not quite sure, let me just help you. Like that.
I'm
going to keep that handy.
How did you do that, Michael?
Well, I just oversampled the audio. I just pulled that audio out and then recorded it again and bumped up the level so that it was easier to hear. And then I pushed in on her to see if we could see her.
Yeah, usually you hear what the defense lawyers are saying. Usually that's how those microphones are set up. Okay,
Right.
but
So,
yeah, I mean,
there's an honest moment.
That's an honest moment. Do you think that the defense attorneys heard that? Do you think anybody else heard that? Or
I don't
did
know.
you have to be Michael Bryan to do this for us? Oh, good
Oh,
God.
good God. So anytime, if you say something, that's outrageous, I'm just going to fire that off. So I'm going to keep that handy.
I think we got to call this the Oh Good God episode.